okay. I was working with some stuff. So we have game 1 between Team Ying and Team Yang. Tryndamere going in on Bawagi. Does have the igniter. He flashes forward underneath the turret. Not going to have a way out. And Nasus actually stays alive. Both of these top laners having to blow their summoner spells, but Nasus has that teleport. Should be able to walk away from this lane and teleport back in. But Tryndamere may be looking for more here. May dive underneath this turret. Nasus healing up very well with that corrupting potion. Not actually having to go back is huge. Able to stay in this top lane and stack. Now Tryndamere taking a turret shot. Having to walk away from that. Very dangerous pre-6 for Tryndamere. He will be able to heal up using that rage. And now level 3 is this Nasus. And as I was saying in a game previously when we saw a Nasus, a lot of the times if you are in a pretty rough matchup, you can max the E to get some poke damage out of the Spirit Fire. But we'll just have to wait and see what he chooses to do. So we've got Grasping the Undying on the Nasus, which is a typical pick. Now Thresh going in with the Death Sentence, a flash forward, and the Ignite coming out from the Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks takes a few turret shots. The heals traded on both sides. Now Jarvan up in the top lane uses the flash here. No flash on this Tryndamere, and Jarvan picks up the kill. First blood going over to Jarvan, and that is going to be the last time that I say this game, I promise. Now the flash forward from the Jhin. The 4th shot's going to be enough. All summoner spells exhausted on the side of Team Yang. Now Jhin going to take a turret shot. The Ignite is ticking, but it's not going to be enough. Now Vi makes her way into this mid lane. The Distortion coming out from the LeBlanc, going to keep her safe and allows her to save her summoner spells. And we're going to go get some vision on the top side of the map. And so far it is a 1-1 game. 1 kill going over to the Jarvan on the top side, and a kill on the bottom side going over to Jhin. So Vi this game has elected to run Electrocute. A good rune, a good solid rune. Pause that thought. We see some trading in the top side of the map. The auto attack's coming out. He does have full rage on that Tryndamere. Nasus just going to walk away from this one. Take this time to recall. He does have teleport, but he may not need to use it if Tryndamere is going to freeze this lane underneath his turret. And as I was saying, Vi does have the Electrocute. She is able to proc the Electrocute fairly easy, but a lot of the times we will see the either you could run Grasping the Undying or Aftershock to be a little bit tanky, mostly Aftershock to be a little bit tanky, and the Hail of Blades, which makes you very strong in the early game and allows you to get your full combo off with the denting blows. So she's elected to run the Electrocute this game. We'll have to see how that fares for her. So far, still 0, 0, and 0 in this game. Now plus 12 on that Nasus on the top side of the map. A little bit of damage coming out. Going to be tanked up by the Scrap Shield on that Rumble. LeBlanc not able to get too much done. The Flame Splitter coming out, shoving that mid wave in so heavy, which makes Rumble a strong pick into this LeBlanc, keeping her in this lane, just being able to shove it into the turret. See some trading coming out. Tryndamere going to elect to take some turret damage for the crit auto attacks onto Nasus. May not be the smartest trades here, but now we see LeBlanc caught out in the middle of 2. Jarvan is here, gets a flag and drag knock up onto Rumble. The Ethereal Chain's coming out. Ignite is on. Rumble should be able to walk away from this one. He is silenced, but now the bot lane is here. Rumble having to flash away. He does have the teleport, not the Ignite, not the barrier, and it's not going to be enough. Jarvan picks up another kill for himself. We see some trading on the top side of the map, but now 4 members here. Deadly Flourish available for the Jhin, but he's not going to be able to get a root as he hasn't hit anybody. He should go down here, rooted up by the LeBlanc. Misfortune picks that kill up onto the Jhin, but Fiddlesticks trades one back. A 3-2 game so far. 2 for 1 down on the bottom side of the map. Infernal Drake is available, but I'm not sure if either team are in the right mindset to want to pick that one up. Now, both of these top laners, level 6. Both of the ults are available. Jarvan getting taken down very low. And Vi going to start up that dragon. No vision on the bottom side of the map. Now, Misfortune and Thresh actually catch out the Fiddlesticks here. This could be huge. Vi is here in the wakes. Maybe able to save him. Not going to be enough. Double up will pick that one up. And Dragon is going to chunk down Vi on the way out. Tryndamere going in onto the Nasus. The chicken head is available. He does find the slow, but he's not going to find the damage. Nasus BMing in that top lane. And Infernal Drake still available. But red team, Team Yang, the Ignite coming down now. Fury of the Sands is available. Undying Rage has been popped. Tryndamere should be able to get away from this one. One more turret shot. Perfectly timed heal and turret shot, but it does not matter. The Spirit Fire will find the kill, and Tryndamere bites off more than he can chew in that top lane with a very sloppy turret dive. And now we're nearing a 2,000 gold lead for the side of Team Yang. 7 minutes into this game, they need to be very careful. And right now, Nasus has this lane right where he wants it to be. He still has the teleport, so not only is he able to recall on the reset of this lane, but he can use that teleport to make plays around the map. Tryndamere does not have that. And that is a huge disadvantage, especially when this Infernal Drake, a very important Drake for both teams, is still available. Hook coming out, Death Sentence finding Fiddlesticks. No follow-up there from this Fortune. The Lantern coming out just for a little bit of shield. Now Jin trading some damage back, a lot of damage coming out from the Electrocute on that Jin. Both these mid laners level 6. Rumble actually just hit level 7. The Equalizer is available. Not going to put it down with Distortion. LeBlanc is a very elusive target. Very hard to land a good Equalizer on this. Latrundle will have to wait for the perfect opportunity. But every time LeBlanc dashes in, all Rumble has to do is pop that Flame Spitter to get some poke damage back. One turret plate going over to Tryndamere, trying to equalize this lead. Picks up a turret plate for himself, and that is going to be the first turret plate of the game on the top side of the map. Thresh just chucking out those death sentences, trying to find anything here. Tryndamere going to run Nasus off that pink ward, but he's running him down to the Vi, and Vi actually might be caught out here. She does still have the flash, but so does Jarvan. Jarvan flag and drags forward. The Q is down. Vault Breaker not available. She tries to ult in, but LeBlanc will pick that one up. Now Thresh in a very bad spot. Jin gonna pick that one up now. Bullet time coming out. The drain on Misfortune just sucking her down. Shutdown gold going over to that Fiddlesticks, but now we see another fight. The Equalizer coming out onto that LeBlanc. She does not have the distortion. The Cataclysm coming out, and that is going to be a killing spree for the Jarvan in the mid lane. Now Tryndamere fail flashes and plus 12 onto that Nasus. That is bars. Bobby Tarantino. Fail flashes plus 12 for the Nasus on the top side. Team Ying able to make plays all the way around the map right now, and it looks like they want this Infernal Drake. Fiddlesticks caught out on the wrong side of the jungle. Jarvan goes in on the Jin here. A lot of damage coming out. Jin has no escape. Thresh is there, and the question mark ping comes out for the Fiddlesticks. He's just standing on the other side of the wall. There's nothing he could do there in a very bad spot, but now the Crow Storm comes out. Jarvan flashes away. They do not have the Cataclysm, but they have the Ethereal Chains. Vi is going to be rooted up, but the Flame Spitter will get the shutdown on the Jarvan. Rumble just running him down there, burning him. Now, Death Sentence coming out onto the Fiddlesticks. LeBlanc actually likes to go in on this and just gets traded over for free. Another kill going over to Rumble, and that's going to be a very scary Rumble if you continue to feed him up. He scales so very well into the late game. He's going to be doing a lot of damage, and if he's able to fight in the corridors or get anybody in close range or proximity, he should be able to just shred through everybody. He's already got the Oblivion Orb. He's working towards the heals here, but now we see Misfortune going in. She does not have the bullet time, but she forces Team Yang off of the Dragon. Vi getting dangerously low here. Still taking a few shots from the Infernal Drake, but has to walk away from that Dragon. Misfortune doing a great job. And now Team Ying actually looking to take that Dragon for themselves here. And that's going to be first Drake over to Team Ying and a 500 gold lead. A very scary but strong play by that Misfortune, stepping up, able to push the enemy team off of the Dragon, allowing Jarvan and Thresh to step up and pick up that Dragon, or pick up the Infernal on the back side of that trade there. And now Nasus stacking away in this top lane. If we go ahead and take a look here, 180 stacks 11 minutes into this game. If they don't do something about this Nasus, he's going to be an absolute monster as this game grows, and he can itemize very well against this Rumble. He can build that Spirit Visage and gain so much from it because of the passive lifesteal that he gets. And we see two members in the mid lane. Look for something on the Rumble. The Crow Storm coming out onto the Thresh. He is rooted up by the Deadly Flourish, and that will be enough. A kill going over to that Jin on the bottom side of the map. But now we might see a 2v2 in the mid lane. Vi actually making her way up to the top side. She's going to grab that Scuttle Crab. Nasus smacking down that Tryndamere, doing a lot of damage here. My game is lagging for just a moment. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Nobody saw that. Vi manages to grab her team, the Scuttle Crab. And Miss Fortune's looking for the 2v1 play here. She's trying to get some damage out onto that Fiddlesticks, but she has to be careful. That Curtain Call still available for the Jhin. Now, Wither coming out onto the Vi. The 2v1 has commenced in the top lane. Vi only level 7. A couple more Siphoning Strikes should do it. She tries to ult Nasus underneath the turret, but it's not going to matter. Tryndamere now having to use the ultimate. The Ignite is on. Can Nasus get away from this one, or can he withstand the onslaught? He is healing up from the Siphoning Strikes, and a double kill going over to Nasus. Now 4-0-2 in that top lane. 150 gold, 400 gold bounty on his head. LeBlanc looking for blood in the mid lane as well. And we're seeing this gold lead slowly grow from this Nasus on the top side of the map. He is up in CS, he is up in kills, and now LeBlanc flashes forward. She gets a little bit of damage down with the Sigil of Malice and the Ignite, and that's going to be enough. Icarus has slain MC. Windup. Rumble goes down. And it doesn't matter how strong you're going to be late game, because LeBlanc is killing you early game. That's all that matters is right now, and LeBlanc is doing a good job shutting down this Rumble after being so strong in a couple of those fights. Now Rift Herald going over to that Jarvan. Vi looking for something in mid lane. She is still 2 levels down. She needs to get back into that jungle and farm up. She's a few camps down on the Jarvan, but now first turret going over to Team Ying. Jarvan, he wanted some of that gold. Turret plating was still on. Nasus probably looking for the solo gold, but Jarvan goes up there, cops some of that gold for himself. He wants to be strong too. And right now, that is exactly what he is. He has the Conqueror. He's got the Warrior built. He's going to be an absolute menace. He's got a level lead. Actually, no, he doesn't have a level lead on that Vi anymore. Maybe after he clears this jungle a little bit. There it is. There's the level advantage going over to that Jarvan. And now a lot of the times what you'll see is Jarvan actually building. Actually, we see a fight now in the mid lane. Ethereal Chain's coming out, but a beautiful equalizer forces LeBlanc to back off there. The root lands, but nothing else to follow. The Death Sentence is going to find a minion. We see the Sigil of Malice coming out. Rumble able to just walk away from that one. But as I was saying, with the Conqueror, you typically see Cinderhulk Jarvan or Tank Jarvan because you're able to stay in those fights for longer. So the Conqueror may not be getting the most use if Jarvan is dashing in and immediately having to get out of these fights, because he is going to be so squishy building that glass cannon build. Now we see the Crow Storm maybe coming out here onto the Jarvan. A 2v2 jungler and the supports. Here comes a Curtain Call. They're so dangerously low. The ultimate coming out from Vi will chase that Jarvan down. He tries to trade some damage back, but not going to be enough. And now Thresh caught in the middle of 3 will go down. The Undying Rage on the top side of the map. Fury of the Sands is available, but does Nasus have enough mana? I'm not sure he does. Yes, he does. He uses the Fury of the Sands. Now he can try and chase down this Tryndamere. The Wither not available. He gets a Siphoning Strike, a little bit of damage down, but Tryndamere walking away with just a sliver of health. Licking his wounds, will now have to go back to base, but Miss Fortune wants more. Maybe caught out at the Deadly Flourish here. The Vault Breaker, the combination coming out from Vi. Electrocute going to proc, and Fiddlesticks hit him with the Dark Wind. Wong Chan now on a killing spree. 4-1-6 is that Fiddlesticks. He's going to be huge in these team fights. He's got this stopwatch working towards that Zhonya's. He's going to be able to Crow Storm in and just negate all that damage with the stopwatch and just be pushing out damage himself. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, that Nasus is an absolute monster. As soon as he decides to build a little bit tanky and start grouping up in these team fights, there's not going to be much Team Yang can do. Now the hook comes out, not going to find Rumble. They're just going to go ahead and fight for some vision here, get some vision down himself. Vi may be caught out here in the middle of 2. The Vault Breaker to get away. Jarvan looking for blood here. The Lantern is out just in case he needs it. Death Sentence coming out. Cataclysm is available, but they do not want to use it. Miss Fortune picks up a kill for herself. Now Fiddlesticks waiting over the wall. He does not have the Crow Storm. Jarvan is going to use the Flag and Drag to get away from that one. And now 3 members on both teams hovering around this minute. Death Sentence is there. Cataclysm is still available. Flag and Drag coming out. The beautiful Equalizer onto 2. The Distortion coming back to keep herself safe on LeBlanc. The Cataclysm coming out and getting dunked is that Rumble. Now bottom side of the map. Turret going down, but Rumble picks up a double kill. I'm sorry, Fiddlesticks picks up a double kill. So overall, a 3 for 2. Vi getting caught out a little bit earlier, and then that fight commencing, a 2 for 2 in that fight. Fiddlesticks trying to look for the stopping the recall onto LeBlanc. Deadly Flourish. Ignite is ticking, and they did it. LeBlanc may have been able to get that recall off, but she decided to stay. She stopped it on her own free will and paid for it dearly with her life. But Nasus is just absolutely huge. And we saw Tryndamere try to dive Misfortune on the top side of the map, and he died for it. Now Nasus maybe caught in the middle of 3 here. Fury of the Sands is available. Rift Herald popped in the base. Not sure if that was an accident or if it was about to time out. Flash forward from Rumble. He is silenced, though, due to overheating. The Flame Spitter is out. Misfortune just kiting back here. A lot of damage coming out from Misfortune. The press the attack makes him just so vulnerable in these fights. Ocean Drake is now available. This will be huge for this Nasus. Split pushing. Able to just back away. Now the hook out onto Fiddlesticks. He may be caught out here. The stopwatch has been broken, but Nasus is huge. Fury of the Sands is on, and the cooldown on the Q is short. He's going to walk away. He's actually chasing down that Jhin. He needs to turn around for this Vi here, but Jarvan is going to protect this Thresh. Actually, he is not. Vi going to pick that kill up. Dominating is that Nasus, but he let his support die. So overall, a 2-for-1. Could have been a 2-for-1, letting Jhin live, or a 2-for-0, letting Jhin live and turning on that Vi. But he got a little bit greedy. He wanted that AD carry dead. I don't blame him. And now 3 members on the bottom side of the map. Top tier 1 going down. Undying Rage is available. Misfortune just trying to cut around. She has the strut, but it might not be enough. The turret shots are coming down. Tryndamere able to walk away from that one, and godlike is that Nasus. 7-0-2. 650 gold. 700 gold bounty on his head. I apologize. A tier 2 going down in the mid lane. Now, Shelly pushed up in the mid lane, but only got a charge off, I believe, on the turret there, and may not have even gotten that. So the Ocean Drake going over. Rift Herald being used a little wastefully there. And on the top side of the map, Tryndamere just trying to do as much as he can to keep his team in this game. They are down 3,000 gold. Tryndamere finally gets a kill for himself, so he resets that gold. But doing his best to be that split-pushing nuisance. And we're actually seeing a very strange build. LeBlanc getting herself out of danger after chunking Jhin down to 30% HP. And as I was saying, Tryndamere building that Black Cleaver, maybe trying to stay a little bit healthy, but that's not going to help him in that split push. Typically, you see the crit build, the static shiv, items that are going to help this Tryndamere not only get away, but also be able to have a very strong split push presence in this game. Instead, it looks like he kind of built for the team fight or the trades, but they're no longer in lane, and it might not even matter. And now Thresh caught out, has to flash away from that one, throws the death sentence back, but he is alone. The Flay coming out. Full rage is this Tryndamere. The Ignite is on. Thresh biting off more than he can chew. I'm not sure what he was expecting to get out of that, but this surely will be traded over. Icarus picks up the kill onto PP Rat. Tryndamere goes down now 2-6, but again, the reset gold on that Tryndamere. So it should be a heyday. Now, Nasus 4 levels up on that Vi. Baron coming up in just under 5 seconds. They may look to take an early Baron. Misfortune does have the Blade of the Rim King, but now we see Nasus fighting, stuck in the middle of 2. Fury of the Sands is down. 1 Q chunking Vi down just above half HP. The Wither is on. 1 more Q surely will do it. The ultimate coming out from Vi, not going to be enough. Legendary is that Nasus, or shall we say Legend Daddy. Now he tries to get the Siphoning Strike down to get some healing, but Jhin gets the 4th shot shut down. I'm sorry, the 3rd shot shut down. Has to flash forward to do it, but 1,000 gold in his pocket. Gets the trade kill. Now, Crowstorm coming out over the wall. Fiddlesticks and Thresh going toe-to-toe. So Portal Combat, but here is LeBlanc able to pick up that kill. Curtain Call is out. Will he find the kill onto Thresh? No, he will not. Thresh able to walk out of that. Jhin tanking it up, keeping his support alive, and now the 80 carries are going toe-to-toe. The heal coming out, but it's not going to be enough. Bullet time shutting down that Jhin. Now, 4-4-1 is that Misfortune. She has a 30 CS lead on that Jhin. He has to be very careful stepping up like that, because obviously we can see what happens. He loses that 1v1 even through the heal. The death sentence comes out, not going to find its mark. A couple auto attacks will shut this turret down. Tier 2 mid, Tier 2 bot now have both fallen, and that opens up that bot side of the map so much. They need to start working towards that Tier 2 top, open up the top side of the map, get some deep vision, and maybe look for that Baron. A lot of damage coming out onto that Tryndamere, but he does not care. Tryndamere, although 2-6, is this game's honey badger because he does not give a crap. Killing spree going over to that LeBlanc. And I would imagine Tryndamere thought his team may go for that Baron because 3 members were on the bottom side of the map, including Jarvan, Team Ying's jungler. But Vi gonna pick up the blue buff here, might be caught out. Fiddlesticks is there for backup. Now 4 members on the bottom side of this map, while Misfortune is just pushing away. And just as I was saying it, the tier 2 top is going to go down. This opens up the entire map now for Team Ying to be able to push in, get some vision, not worry too much about getting caught out here, and then prep for this Baron. We see a few wards already on the top side of the jungle there. Now 22 minutes in this game. Neither team looked for this Baron just yet, but a 6,000 gold lead for Team Ying. Now Co-Storm is out. Terrify coming out as well. The ultimate, the lockdown onto this Nasus is absolutely huge. He's stuck in the middle of 4. Gets some damage down onto that Fiddlesticks, but it's not going to be enough. And now Rumble may be caught out. Rumble stuck in the middle of 2 here, but here comes the curtain call. It's all for you, Damien. The Cataclysm is going to be too much, and Rumble goes down now a 1-for-1 thus far. Tryndamere trying to trade it back here. The Distort coming out from LeBlanc. She should be able to juke this out. The shield from the Lantern might put LeBlanc in a bad spot there. Here, they have to be careful. Now 4 members on this bottom side of the map. Tryndamere not going to be able to get his ult off, but he did pick up a kill onto the Thresh. Baron still on the map, and Dragon coming up in just under a minute. 3 members still alive. Misfortune, LeBlanc, and Jarvan. Aside from that Nasus, these are the 3 members you want alive for Team Ying to be able to push down these turrets. The Cataclysm is not available, but the bullet time is. Misfortune going to be huge here if she can lay down a good bullet time. Now Nasus uses that teleport to get himself up into the top lane, and he's just going to work on stacking. He's actually so big right now. He's got the Spirit Visage, he's got the Trinity Force, and the Frozen Heart. The armor, the MR, the damage, he's got it all. Now Misfortune walks up to Fiddlesticks. The Drain not doing much here. Bullet time coming out, able to pick up that kill. Now Vi flashes in, trying to get the shutdown onto Misfortune. Not going to find it. LeBlanc having to bounce away from this one, but the shutdown going over to Jin. Now the ultimate coming in from Vi gets a shutdown onto the Misfortune. 2 shutdowns going over to Team Yang. And now Nasus trying to get something back for his team. Tryndamere not able to get his ult off again. He's not respecting the damage, and the dot damage from Fury of the Sands actually able to pick that kill up before he's able to get the ult off. Now a couple of siphoning strikes is all it takes for that Nexus, or that inhibitor, to melt. Now Vi coming in, does not have the ultimate, has to walk away here. Very scary. Nasus in the middle of 3, but he does not care. The siphoning strike doing so much damage. 4th shot is available, and Fiddlesticks is here as well. Nasus should just walk away from this one, while Team Ying picking up another Dragon. Infernal Drake going over. That's 2 Infernal Drakes thus far. And that Ocean Drake doing wonders for this Nasus. Fury of the Sands is down. He is stuck in the Equalizer. He drops the Siphoning Strike onto Vi. A lot of damage coming out, but it's not going to be enough. Almost picks up 1 in the 3v1. Unfortunately, he does not, and the red team surrender vote comes out. GG's to Team Ying. A 24-minute surrender victory. GG's.